Hello, welcome to EDUT 501. This is week number 5. So this week we're going to look a little bit about Common Core, look a bit about community, starting off with Sir Ken Robinson. You have chapter 5, couple excerpts from the Brumbaugh book, looking specifically at Google Maps. There's a really cool project that one of our 8th grade teachers is doing right now with our 8th graders. Because our campus is closed, but our school is open, they're trying to make like a way where students can like hang out, but trying to use kind of the habits they've had over the years of like, we're meeting in room H1, is how they would announce it, like during, an assembly. So instead they are saying, join us in H1. And so then they're sharing a Google map, and the Google map has a pin. And then when you click on that pin, when you make your own custom map, then you can have photos, you can have videos, you can have links, you can have a description, you can have several photos, several videos. So their idea is to have like the room number, the name of the club, description of the club, video of the club, photos of the club in the past, and then a link to Google Meet or to Zoom in that pin. And so the trick to that is google.com/maps/D, as in Delta. That's how you get to your custom maps. You can also, it's like 6 different clicks if you're just maps.google. Then you hit the hamburger in the corner, and then you click on like saved places, and you go to my maps, and then create a map. Anyway, that's a really cool example of seeing what that looks like. If there's ever anything kind of physical that you're trying to represent for students, particularly asynchronously and remotely, that's a Google Maps collaboratively is pretty cool. It's mobile friendly, and it's good stuff. So you have a video looking at Common Core. You have some threaded discussion around Common Core, kind of, at its most basic, kind of comparing and contrasting Common Core with the California Content Standards. You have a collaborative assignment. Again, you're going to continue with that, looking at a 21st century learning activity. You're going to have about 3 or 4 people, and it's going to take that same idea, looking at the video about Common Core and how it integrates technology. Then you're going to have a shared Google Doc and write up a lesson plan around that. And then finally, you have your infographic. And if we just break that down for just a moment, if you click on the Google Doc and look at what that big title is, necessary conditions for applying technology to a 21st century learning need. Ooh, that's a lot. But the idea is that you look basically at the paper you wrote. You already wrote 1,000 words about 21st century learning, and then you're going to pick a piece of technology and then figure out what the conditions are for basically integrating that technology into the need. So what's the need, which is always a great way to start a lesson plan, right? What's the need for the students? Is there some technology that can help that? And then what are the conditions that we have for the teacher, for the school, for the students to be able to use the technology to be able to meet that need? It could be an infographic. I strongly recommend using Piktochart for that. Played with it a little bit last week. Please save it as a PDF. Upload that PDF to Blackboard. Please do not link it. I'm not able to accept links. It needs to be a copy of it that is exported. If you're not able to download it in some way, even just grabbing a screenshot and uploading that is okay. If you can get into a Word document, that will also work. PDF is ideal for that. If you're looking for kind of examples and resources of what we're looking for, if you go about halfway down on the Google Doc that walks you through assignment number 3, there's some examples from Kathy Schrock, who's incredible. Those of you that have been teaching with technology for quite some time, Kathy Rock's been like rocking it for quite some time. She had like one of the first websites for teachers with resources. I've talked with her a number of times. She's awesome. She's still just right on top of like meaningful technology integration. Also a great follow on the Twitters, as my mom calls it. There's also a few different websites that give you examples of what infographics need. There's a link when it talks about components of infographics from makeuseof.com that walk you through what you want to do for an infographic. Really, Piktochart's going to walk you through that really, really well. And the big thing as you're creating this is just to go through the rubric, make sure that you're building on your paper, right? That it's talking about elements of 21st century learning, that it talks about the need, what the technology looks like to be effective, and then what that actually, how that applies to it. So you want to make sure to give credit to where you get images, make sure that's APA formatted. It can either be small at the bottom, like in the footer, or as kind of a second page as a standalone APA resource. So that is what you have for week number 5. Reach out as you have any questions. Try and stay safe out there. This is a crazy time, and I've been thinking of you. And with that, happy week 5.